My friend introduced Vintage Radio to me. I was like, oh, that's interesting, like a radio station specifically for seniors. So the documentary is basically exploring the themes of elderly inclusivity and social isolation during these challenging times through the scope of vintage radio.
Vintage radio is a device that was built for the hands that built our nation. We discovered that a lot of seniors were pretty much isolated. But when we actually heard what was going on mainstream radio, they weren't playing songs that were catered to the seniors. So that was the gap that I kind of saw that was happening.
Listeners take over the airwaves.
Power of music is, for me, is the feeling. The memory just stuck there, and then, oh, I was here, I was dating, and this is the moment I was feeling sad or happy or whatever.
So for our pitch video, we filmed my grandma. We introduced this vintage radio app to her. She was engrossed in the music, then she can hear us when we're trying to direct her, and she wants to stay in that moment.
The most powerful moment for me on Vintage Radio has been the meeting of Mr. SJC. He only had about a couple of weeks left to live. Music and Me was actually a segment that we started on Vintage Radio for palliative care patients. And after the recording was over, he pulled me aside. He says, "Young man, thank you. You gave me the best day of my life today. I get to publicly thank and show my love to my wife and my daughter and my grandkids." And I think just crossing paths with him, how he dealt with his mortality, how he showed his love and appreciation, that was a really powerful moment, and it reinforced why we wanted to do this.
Okay, that was Sealed with a Kiss by Brian Haley.
As far as the technology goes, we've been working with AWS for the past 12 years since they first landed in Singapore. And we know the benefit of cloud technology to support what we want to do. It enhances the speed of rollout. It enables us to really scale up as and when we do need it. As far as vintage radio is concerned, for us to be able to put that out there in a short time, that really helped.
My dream for Vintage Radio is a 7-year-old holding the hand of an 87-year-old with a device and connecting. That is my dream for Vintage Radio.
What I want people to take away from this documentary is really to honor them, to really notice that they have needs that we need to pay attention to as well and meet those needs.